What's going on, guys? Alright, so I'm doing my E3 hype video, my pre-E3 video, predictions, plans, so on and so forth. E3 is just a couple days away, so I know I'm very late to this, so yeah. First things first, plans for E3. We are going to do the thing like we've done the past few years, me and my buddy Ace, PS3 Master 19. Every year we've done the thing where we record our reactions as we're watching the conferences, and then we do a post reactions and thoughts video for the big three, which is Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo's. We're still going to do that. We're going to do that. We're also going to watch other conferences. On Saturday, EA has this EA Play event thing. No, not even bothering with that one, just because I'm not a fan of EA. I work that day anyways, so yeah. But Sundays is Microsoft's, and then Monday nights is Sony's, Tuesday at noon is Nintendo's. Between all those, you got Bethesda, you got Square Enix, you got Ubisoft. Limited Run Games is even doing a little thing, so I'm actually kind of hyped for that one to see what they got. But yeah, we're gonna be watching all those, and if there's anything that warrants us to make a reactions video, we're not gonna do the thing like the other conferences, like the big three, where we, record our live reactions. But if there's enough to warrant a post reactions, like we did last year for Ubisoft, which was really good, we'll definitely be doing that. Especially with Square Enix. The Square Enix might, they're pretty much going to focus a lot on things like Dragon Quest XI and Kingdom Hearts 3. We might have a lot to talk about with Square Enix. Same thing with Ubisoft. They come out guns blazing like they did last year. Bethesda, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm going to say my predictions and thoughts on the big three. I'm not going to really touch too much on the third-party stuff. We know a lot of the third-party stuff that's going to be shown. We know they're going to show Call of Duty, Battlefield, Anthem, things like that. The stuff that, the more meatier stuff that we're looking at as far as third-party stuff goes is Japanese RPGs. Stuff from Capcom, stuff from Square Enix, stuff from Bandai Namco, things like that. Really hoping for some good stuff there. I'd love to see like Code Vein show more of that from Bandai Namco. I'd love to see maybe a return to some of Square Enix's older IPs. Like we could maybe get a brand new Mana game, a good Mana game. That'd be cool. Capcom, a lot of people are saying Capcom Devil May Cry 5. It's rumored. It's been rumored for the past year, though. Every time this last E3, then Tokyo Game Show, then PlayStation Experience, every time it was rumored and every time it failed. But this time, Capcom is, they got the domain name registered, DevilMayCry5.com. So hopefully, there's hope. There's hope. Crossing my fingers. But yeah, as far as the big three goes, Microsoft, I'm going to go in order, obviously, the order they're going to do their conferences or their events. Microsoft, I'm not expecting much. I never expect a whole lot from Microsoft. I'm not a Microsoft fan. Out of all the modern systems I own, obviously I own Switch, obviously I own PS4, I own Wii U, I own 3DS, and I even own the Vita. Xbox One is the one thing I don't own, because there's nothing for it that interests me. They're probably going to show off the annual Forza game, like always. They're probably going to show off some Battlefield stuff, since Sony sort of has the grip on Call of Duty with its exclusive DLC and stuff. They're probably going to show off Battlefield. They'll probably show off a couple other third-party games here and there, probably some sports games like always. Halo 6, a lot of people are hyped for potential Halo 6. I like classic Halo. I'm not really a big fan of modern Halo. Halo 1 and 2 back in the day were really good with the multiplayer. Those were awesome, and then even Halo 3 was pretty good. But the 343's Studios Halo, I just don't care. I don't know if we're gonna get anything from Gears of War, but Crackdown 3 is probably gonna be shown for the millionth time or talked about, and it's heavily rumored that it's gonna be slated back to 2019, so another delay. It's been delayed pretty much every year, so I mean, is the interest even there for Crackdown 3 anymore? I mean, come on, What I'd like to see out of Microsoft is I'd like to see them pull out some of their classic Rare IPs. Let's get a classic Banjo 3. Let's get a new Perfect Dark, new Conker game, full-fledged Conker game. Let's get stuff like that. Or let's get some actual new IPs that are really good, and let's get some exclusive third-party developed games. They were trying to do that with Scalebound, and they kind of failed, but Let's see more of that, you know, that actually comes to fruition. Let's do it. Other than that, there's not much else to say about Microsoft. We're going to watch it. We're going to see what they do. I never expect much, but I'm always optimistic. I'm not an Xbox hater. I just really, there's nothing on there that really interests me to buy the system. If you give me stuff to, like if they brought out some of the classic Rare stuff, you give me a Banjo 3, you give me a new Conquer and stuff like that, I'll go out and buy an Xbox One. I mean, it's really that simple, you know, so we'll see. Sony, I'm always interested to see what they have, because I am mainly Nintendo and Sony fan when it comes to my gaming needs. But Sony the past few years has been very, you know, it's been very kind of mixed. They already said it's going to be a slimmed down conference. It's not going to be a big thing. And they said the four first party games they're focusing on are Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, which is by Sucker Punch, Spider-Man, and Last of Us Part 2. Out of those games, the only one I really care about is Spider-Man, and I don't care enough to see. I guess the thing with Spider-Man is it's one of those games where we've seen it so much already, and it's coming out in September. I just want the game already. Like, I don't want a big focus on that. They should have focused on Days Gone, but Days Gone they delayed to next year, and they actually just announced the date. I think it's like February 22nd or something, 2019, which is cool, but they should be putting focus on that game, you know? Spider-Man has gotten the focus the past few years. I got a huge focus as the closer last year. So, I don't know. Death Stranding, I've never been a Kojima fan. I mean, it sucks what happened to him. I really feel for the guy, but I've just never, I've always seen him as a little bit overrated. That's just my opinion. Nothing against him, but a lot of people put him alongside Miyamoto as like a gaming god. I don't see it personally. I've never been a Metal Gear fan, and I don't know. And everything I've seen of Death Stranding doesn't grip me, doesn't interest me. It just doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't, you know, doesn't look like anything good to me, and you know, that's gonna capture me. So I don't know. I just don't care about Death Stranding. Ghost of Tsushima, again, it's something that we've barely seen any of it, but I'm not interested in it so far. Maybe they show off something that don't interest me with that game. Who knows? But Last of Us Part 2, I did not care for the first one that much. I mean, it's an okay game, but I love Uncharted. Love Jak and Daxter and Crash and all of those are all good games from Naughty Dog, but Last of Us was, like, in my opinion, their first kind of iffy game. I don't understand why people think it's such a magical game. I think Uncharted is a lot better. That's just me. So Last of Us Part 2 I'm not really hyped for. I bought Last of Us Part 1 day one on the PS3, collector's edition and all, and it's an okay game, but it doesn't grip me. I'm probably not going to be buying the second one, at least not day one. If I end up buying it, it'll probably be like when it's $20, you know, 2 years later, whatever. But yeah, I'm not really hyped for that. What I would like to see from Sony is I'd like to see more of the Medieval remake that they're doing. I want to see more, like, return to form. I'd love to see, like, maybe they can show off some of the Spyro remake. Maybe they can give us a brand new Crash game that's, you know, coming out. That would be cool. Because now they've had a lot of success with the Crash remakes. They're going to have success with Spyro. Now it's time to make new entries in this series. If we got a full first look at a fully brand new Crash game, that'd be amazing. I'd like to see some of their older IPs come back. It'd be great if we saw like a new Sly Cooper, you know, new Jak and Daxter, things like that, new Ape Escape, you know, new Twisted Metal. That'd be cool. I don't think we're gonna see any of that, but you know, it'd be cool. You know, for third-party stuff, I hope there's a lot of Japanese games. They're probably gonna show off some Call of Duty somewhere. I just don't care for that. I don't know. I'd like to see some more Japanese games. Maybe a new Dragon Ball game. I mean, it is pretty soon after Fighters, but you know, one can only hope. You know, I'd like something maybe a little bit more back to basics. You know, a little bit not quite the same as Fighters or Xenoverse. You know, that'd be cool. I don't know if we'll see anything like that, but I can't really think of much else I want out of Sony's conference. We already know there's not going to be any PlayStation 5 stuff. We definitely know there's not going to be any Vita stuff. Vita's pretty much dead. In fact, they're stopping the game card manufacturing early next year. They're probably going to have PSVR titles out the ass, which I don't care for. I have nothing to comment with that. I just really don't. They have been announcing some smaller titles before either. Like they just announced a new Tetris game that's coming out. It's part of the anniversary of Tetris or something, which I don't know. I mean, it's Tetris. There's nothing really else to say about that. So, I don't know. Well, hopefully Sony has some good surprises. Hopefully. A lot of their games lately have been like, we've been seeing some of the same stuff the past couple of years, and not only that, but a lot of it's very samey. Days Gone, the new God of War, Last of Us, you know, a lot of this, they look very similar. They're not bad games, but they just look very similar. They got the third-person camera, action adventure, you know, cinematics, go for the graphic fidelity, you know, all that stuff. I want to see more variety from them. I'd love to see more games like, again, like the Medieval remake. You know, I'd like to see them return to games like Twisted Metal, you know, a brand new Crash Bandicoot. I know that's Activision, but you know, still, I'm just saying I want to see more games like that mixed in with all this more third-person adventure games. That's just me personally, but who knows? We'll see. Nintendo is the one I'm most hyped for. Obviously, I'm a Nintendo fan first and foremost. Well, I'm a gamer first and foremost, but Nintendo is my favorite just because they have the series that I like the most. I like their hardware the most. What do I think? What I think is going to happen? We already know Smash Bros. Is going to be a big thing. I think Smash Bros. They're going to say that for the end of the presentation. We know it's going to be Nintendo Direct. Some sources are saying a half hour, some sources are saying 45 minutes. Either way, they're known to drop bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. They did it They did it last year. So Smash Bros. Definitely confirmed. It's going to be at the end. I think we're definitely going to see our first look at Metroid Prime 4. I don't think it's coming out this year. I think it's going to have 2019 at the end of the trailer. Bayonetta 3, same thing. I think we're going to get our first look at it, maybe even some gameplay, because we haven't seen that game yet either, besides the teaser trailer. Again, I think it's 2019. Pokemon. They're definitely not going to show off Gen 8. I've talked about this before. They announced Pokemon. The Pokemon Company announces the Pokemon games on their own, in their own events, or their own Nintendo Directs, not at E3. They just announced Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Those are the games that they're going to talk about at E3. They're not going to talk about Gen 8 that's coming out next year. If anything, Gen 8 is going to be announced in a Nintendo Direct all on its own in January. That's how it's been for the past several years. That's how Sun and Moon and X and Y both were. I think that's how it's going to be. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are going to be shown at E3. I think which I think is smart. I think they definitely need to show those games. I think Fire Emblem's going to be there. We know there's a new original Fire Emblem game coming out to the Switch exclusive. It was announced at the beginning of last year, and since then we haven't seen anything. Not even a logo, not even a title, no concept art, nothing. We just know there was a brand new Fire Emblem game coming. Well, since we coming out this year, this would be the perfect time to unveil it. I just hope that it's a return to form for Fire Emblem. I hope it doesn't go the Fates and Awakening route. I hope it's less of an anime trope. I hope they don't do the split versions again. I just want one game that's more like classic Fire Emblem. You know, keep the casual mode, but you know, and keep some of the quality of life changes. But I want to go back to the older style. I'd love to see like maybe a third Ike game, or maybe another game in like the Roy's games. That'd be cool. Or maybe just a brand new story. You know, that'd be really cool. Get rid of the Avatar character. Let's get an actual character this time. That's what I want. I know some people might think differently. The Fire Emblem fan base has been very divided over the past few years, but that's just what I want. I want it classic style with some of the quality of life improvements from the newest games. What do I think could be shown that hasn't really been announced or anything? I think, while it's too soon for a brand new full-fledged 3D Zelda game, obviously Breath of the Wild is still going strong. People are still playing that to death. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could get a brand new 2D Zelda, kind of like Link Between Worlds was on 3DS. I think that would be cool. I also wouldn't be surprised if they did something with Ocarina of Time, just because of the fact that a lot of people haven't really been talking about this or noticing this, but this year is the 20th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. It came out 20 years ago this November. So that's huge. Personally, what I would like if they were to do is, and I know this goes against what I said before, because I hate all the ports, and I hate just all the ports and remasters that we're getting nowadays. I mean, I hate them and love them. Some of them I understand, like, you know, Donkey Kong and stuff like that, you know, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, those were okay, but I'm saying, like, the time for ports is kind of over. I think now we need to get like a lot of the new games. But if there's one thing, a port that I think really could be justified is if they made Ocarina of Time 3D from the 3DS and Majora's Mask 3D from the 3DS, put them in one collection, you know, maybe get the upscaled resolution 1080p, and some quality of life changes to them. Throw them on the Switch. Make the package maybe $50, maybe 40. That would be perfect. That'd be a great way to celebrate Ocarina of Time 20th anniversary. I think that'd be cool. But if not that, I think it'd be cool if they just did something for Ocarina of Time's 20th anniversary. I think they will. I think they're going to do something Zelda related, just because that is huge. Ocarina of Time is critically like the best game. A lot of people still cite that as one of the best games of all time. I'm not saying that's my opinion, but I'm just saying like it just holds that pedigree. So you want to honor that 20-year anniversary, I think. So I think they're going to do something with Zelda. Animal Crossing. A lot of people are hoping for Animal Crossing. I think now's about time. I think now what they're doing is with their mobile games is they're, especially with Pokemon Go, you see they're bridging the path to the Switch by having Pokemon Let's Go. And then hopefully that'll get people on board for the Gen 8 next year. I think they're going to start doing that with their other titles. We got Animal Crossing Pocket Camp late last year. I think that's going to be a bridge, and they're going to unveil the brand new console Animal Crossing game, the full-fledged game, at E3, and I think it'll have some sort of connectivity. I think Fire Emblem's going to do the same thing. I think Fire Emblem, the new brand new Fire Emblem, I think it'll have some sort of connectivity or something with heroes on the phones as well. And I think that's going to be part of their overall strategy, is these are going to be the full-fledged games on the consoles, but they're still going to be able to connect with your phones, with the phone games, to be able to bring that audience over. They're going to make everything connected, and I think that's what they're going to do. They've laid the groundwork with Pokemon Go, and I think they're going to follow up with Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem. Yoshi, oh yeah, Yoshi. I almost forgot about Yoshi. Yoshi's going to be shown. I think that's coming out this year. I think I could see that game coming out in September. I think that we're going to get the date. We're going to get the the release date. I think we're going to get the final title. I think there's going to be a demo for it. Definitely. What about any of the rumored stuff? Star Fox Grand Prix. Who knows? I don't know. I want to see Retro's new game, though. I'm curious to see what Retro's new game is. I would love if we got a Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, the third one in the trilogy, just because I know it's controversial. I know people don't want that. I personally would love that. I love the 2 new Donkey Kong Country games we've gotten the past couple generations. I would love a third one just to cap off the trilogy. I want more racing games in general. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for us to get some smaller titles, like maybe a budget wave race game, F-Zero, anything like that. Maybe even a new Excite game. They have talked about Wave Race. One of the producers of Wave Race 64 recently said we could see that series again, and they got some unannounced titles to show. So that would be awesome. I would be hyped for that. A new Wave Race game, even if it's like a $40 budget game, like, I would still love it. I would still love it. I kind of want new entries and not remasters. I don't want Wave Race 64 remaster. I don't want F-Zero GX remaster. I want new entries in this series, and I think we could see some of them. I'm not holding out for F-Zero, but I'm just saying, like, I could see some of their older racing stuff. I just want something other than Mario Kart. And what else? See, I don't know. Nintendo's always so secretive. But I think we're gonna see some of the DLC for Mario plus Rabbids. I think we're gonna get a final date for that with the Donkey Kong DLC. Get a final look at that. I think we're gonna see DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the story DLC. I don't think we're gonna get anything else Xenoblade. I don't think we're gonna get Xenoblade Chronicles Export. I don't think we're gonna get Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Even Monolith Soft's new IP they've been working on, I still think it's too soon after Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So I think we're not gonna see much out of Monolith Soft outside of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC. I think they're gonna touch upon Mario Tennis Aces briefly. I hope they don't take too much of it, because we've already seen so much of that game. The demo recently came out, and that came and went, and the game comes out on the 22nd. I think it's more than enough. So I don't think we really need to see much of that game. I'm trying to think what else. Fortnite. Fortnite is pretty much a guarantee. We know it's already been leaked because of the eShop. eShop data mines, they've leaked Fortnite. They're probably going to announce it at E3 and say it's going to be available after that conference. And the eShop servers are going to crash from the millions of people downloading it. I'm not going to download it. I've never been interested in Fortnite, so but that'll be cool. They'll probably announce that. Hopefully they'll announce some other good third-party stuff. It'll be really interesting. So other than that, I don't really have much else to say for any of the E3 stuff. So I'm really hyped. I'm hyped. I'm keeping my expectations in check though. I'm hoping we see some good stuff out of all three. I'm always optimistic. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Post some comments below and get hyped. E3's almost here. A couple more days, and I will see you guys soon. I'm doing the Sushi Strike unboxing tomorrow. I'm getting both Switch and 3DS, so I'll be unboxing both those for you guys, so stay tuned for that. And then E3, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I will catch you guys later.